Hello, it's Dan here. I haven't done a Microfreak tutorial in a while now, so I thought it was about time. I did post a cover I did of White Stripes' Blue Orchid, where I emulated a distortion guitar sound on the Microfreak. So here we are to explain how I did that. So first of all, this is what the patch sounds like. Okay, so let's go to a blank patch. So I have aptly named this patch blank. But if you want to initialize or clear a patch, all you have to do is push the preset knob 3 times and it just initializes it to a blank patch. Okay, first of all, let's set the oscillator type. So the oscillator that I use is virtual analog. For a digital synth, I use this a lot, and it just sounds pretty decent, especially on something like this. Okay, first of all, we have to do the ADSR. I literally just turned off the amp mod, so it's just like on-off, like an organ style ADSR. Okay. Next, let's set up the wave, timbre, and shape parameters. So for wave, I went for 52, timbre 60.7, and shape was 75.7. Okay. And that's what it sounds like now. Okay, we're at the wrong octave. Let's go down an octave. So that pretty much is the core sound. But to make it sound more fuzzy, more distorted guitar-y, you have to introduce some modulation to make it sound like every note isn't going to be exactly the same. You want some unpredictability, you want some noise in there. So let's go first using the LFO. So I had the shape of the triangle and I had turned off the sync, LFO sync, and the parameter, the speed I had it was about 65. So let's go 65, so that's pretty fast. That's about 65. Okay, let's modulate some parameters with the LFO. So to the mod matrix, let's go to, I modulated the wave, and very, very subtle, it's only 0.2. And then I also modulated the timbre to, what did I have it as? Sorry, we got 1.7. And next up, I used the cycling envelope. So on the loop function, and I had it fairly slow. So it looks like only two wavelengths, and had that modulating the shape. So let's go back to the mod matrix and cycling envelope, and let's go to assign 1, and that just defaults to shape because there's no dedicated shape assign. Let's try it again, timed out, and just make sure you click that in, and I had that at 8.2. So all of these modulations are just making every note slightly different and introducing a bit of sort of uncertainty within these sort of tonal functions, and that introduces noise, that introduces harmonics and modulation. Okay, next up, I used the envelope to modulate the cutoff of the filter. So I just left it as a low pass filter, and that the value I had it was around about 1K. So let's go to around 1K ish. Let's go hang on. Gosh. 1.4. 1.4. And so what am I doing? The envelope, I'm using the envelope as a mod envelope, and that is going to be modulating the cutoff. And I had that at, let's see, what did I have it as? 35.3. 35.3. Cool. Last modulation that I had, I use the key tracking, turn that on. So if you go to key up at the bottom, and I had that tracking the cutoff, 23.2. I think I'm not sure whether it's actually doing a lot really, because it's such a low value, 23.2. But it just adds a little bit of variation as you go up the keyboard. So hopefully that is everything. Let's hear what it sounds like. One thing I forgot to do is the actual envelope shape. So let's make it like a pretty fast ramp down. So fastest attack, pretty fast decay, and 0 sustain. Okay, let's try about 2.7 seconds for the decay. Also, I think I added a little bit of glide, like a little bit. So I've got it at what? 4 milliseconds. Let's quickly save that and compare what I designed before. That's pretty close. I think the cutoff is a little bit lower, so let's try just less lower cutoff. So I think that's pretty close to what I had before. And yeah, it's all about introducing a lot of uncertainty in the modulations, making sure that every note doesn't sound the same, and it makes it much more organic, and I guess like a guitar tone, distorted guitar tone. I hope that was helpful, and I hope you use these kind of techniques in designing your own patches. But other than that, thanks for watching.